family, it's Flora here. Today a quick message about gratitude. um my daughter posted something on Instagram yesterday for my birthday. Yes, it was my birthday. And she was saying sorry for giving you grief. Sorry for all the times I used to give you grief, and thank you for always loving me unconditionally, something along those lines. Anyway, the point of what then happened was, it got me thinking about those times she was giving me grief, to use her own words. And as a parent and as someone wanting to help other parents, I sort of I had to remind myself how we got through those time, those rocky time of our relationship. And I just remember that it was more than anything else, it was the words that I spoke into her life, and it was my behavior that affected, that led to the change, my belief, and then my behavior that helped to that saw us through those challenging times. So I want to give some examples. When she would misbehave or she would do things, I would, nothing is ever so bad that there's nothing to be thankful for, to be grateful, no matter how bad the situation may be. I'm using parenting here, but this is applicable, in your marital relationship, in your, other relationship, and even in other life situation. Just, whatever challenging situation you may be facing, there is always something that you can be grateful for. So back to my daughter, I remember where we were going through those challenging time. I would just remind her that she was a loving child. She always had a very caring side that at that time may have been a bit more difficult to see, but I knew that deep down she had that caring side. She had that loving side of her, and I used to emphasize on that. I used to tell her that her brother and sisters were blessed to have her as a big sister. I used to tell her that and I always tell them that up until even now, that I am so blessed to have children like them. And what you magnify, what I mean is, the more what you talk about more, what you think about more, what you believe more, is what would manifest in your life. So if all you can think about is how this child is being difficult to handle, how this child is being so irrational, or how this child is being so, and this is all you think about, this is all you dwell on, this is all you can talk about whenever you think about her, that's the first thing that comes to mind. That is what's going to manifest in your life and in her life. But if instead you find those good sides, those good points, those strengths, and magnify those instead, and I think I put something to that effect on one of the posts. I was saying, know the promise. In order to do that as well, you need to know God's promise for your child. You need to know God's promise for your family, for your spouse, etc. So my child is fearfully and wonderful made by God. There was no mistake. My child is for signs and wonders. My child will excel no matter what, because that's what I believe for my child. My child will do well. I have a good child. Keep on saying these things. Your words have so much power. Mothers, especially, the child that you're raising, the child that you carry, the child that you're caring for, the words that you speak over their life are so powerful. If you knew how powerful your words were, if you knew the impact that your words would have on your children, so I don't want to go on about this. I just want to encourage you, whether it's with your spouse, whether it's with your child, whether it's with your siblings, your relationships at work, whatever it is, speak positive things, be grateful for the good things, and before you know it, the bad stuff or the challenging stuff will just vanish. Magnify the good things. Remember the promises of God for over your life, over the life of your loved one, and these are the words that you need to speak over their lives. I hope that you've been blessed. Remember that you're blessed to be a blessing. Until next time, shalom.